Hi there guys, I've been working on the Dirt series and I've unlocked the gauntlet. I've won it, but not at unbeatable. I was 3 down, so what's that? Is it expert, I think? Expert pro unbeatable, is that correct? Anyway, that's where I was. I won it. Now I want to try on unbeatable. I've done it a couple of times, but I don't rank anywhere. So I've done all of the dirt racing races and I'm very close to unlocking a car. So when I hit the next level, I'm going to get that. So if I do this race, even if I come last, I'm going to get a car. I am absolutely knackered because I've had a really long day, so I'm probably going to drive even worse than usual. Anyway, I'm going to be using this car, so I'll just quickly show it you. That's the spec. I did download a tune. No idea whose it was, so I can't tell you. I did like it though, because it's pretty awesome. But if you want to get the same tune, just make sure it matches this one. I kept it on an A-class because I tend to find it really hard to win if I'm on anything higher. So when I'm in a more powerful car, I have a lot of trouble controlling it and I hit a lot of walls and stuff like that. So I just get beaten very easily. So I'm sticking with A-class in the Manta. And let's teleport over there, first of all. Right, so I will be unlocking a car. So if you're interested in just looking at the car, I don't know what it is yet, because I haven't checked. But I do know that it's blue. Obviously, it shows on the levels, like for your next reward. But I know I can go into my stats thing. I could go into here and have a look at what the car is, but I like the surprise. So I'm just going to wait and see what it is when I finish the race. But if you can't wait and you want to fast forward, the race takes probably about 11 or so minutes, maybe 12 minutes. So if you want to fast forward about 11, maybe 12 minutes, you can have a look at the car. And I'll be showing you the skill tree, and I'll be driving it. But before I can do that, I need to have a little bit of this. So, in the with this car selected, come on, there we go, that's better. I'm just choosing the default, so it's Rally Monsters, and I'm obviously in the Manta Opal. Excuse me. I do have a really dry throat. We've been smashing up a concrete floor to get it level to put a new floor in my apartment. And the entire apartment is full of dust, and I've swallowed a lot of tiny pieces of concrete. So that's probably not very good for my lungs. But my arms are killing, I am really knackered, and I don't think I'm going to be able to focus on this very well. So here we go, I've got it on unbeatable. ABS is off, so I've got to be really careful with my brakes. I keep locking up and hitting the wall. So yeah, a few people have mentioned that on the comments, so I'm going to really try to brake gently. Steering on normal, traction and stability off. I don't have clutch, so just manual. I'm going to keep the full driving line on, because I don't really know this race yet. Excuse me. Some Coke. Okay, that's better. And then the rest of the stuff is normal. I'm keeping rewind on just in case I miss a checkpoint. And just before we start, let's just make sure the audio is on. Don't get a wrist slap from, oops, wrong button, from YouTube. There we go. Oh, it's immediately changed the song, so maybe that one would get you a wrist slap from YouTube. I think it's completely stupid, but never mind. Anyway, that's the settings done. Let's jump into this. I was racing this earlier on today. I've probably done this course maybe about 5 times. On not all with this car. I was using a Volkswagen like buggy thing to begin with. Then I changed over to this because, well, just because I fancied something different. And I like it. What have I just got? Tickety-boo completed. Whatever that is, I've just got tickety-boo. Yeah, I like this car a lot. On this tune, it's really, really nice to drive. And it's fast as well. On the straights, there's not many straights on this, but there's a couple of long straights. And on those, it's very, very fast. So I do get in front of the people on the straights, and then they catch me up on the little difficult, tricky bits. I was recording this for you earlier on today before I started smashing up the floor. But my Xbox overheated and turned itself off. So I was about 70% through the race. Oh shit! And I was doing pretty good. I was in about, I'm not sure, but I think I was in about 4th place, which on unbeatable, for me, pretty damn good. But as I say, my Xbox overheated, which is a common problem for me because I bought this Xbox when I was in England because it's a lot cheaper in England than it is in Colombia. Oh no! And watch this straight. Watch how I catch them up. I shouldn't have changed up to fourth gear quite so soon. But anyway, in England, an Xbox One X is very cheap, especially if you buy one off eBay second-hand, which is what I did. But even a new one is cheap. What are they, £450, something like that, I think. Here, they are the equivalent of £650. That's insane. Like, all technology over here is really expensive. So I bought one in England, so I didn't want to get ripped off. I always buy technology in England, and then I come back here. I go from here to England to see my family with no luggage at all, 2 empty suitcases, one inside the other. And then when I come back, shit, I have a shitload of shoes, because it's hard to get my shoe size here. They're all really small over here. And I have a shitload of technology. So the last time I come back, I had a new MacBook, an Xbox. I bought my steering wheel. I bought a electronic piano over in a snowboarding bag. And yeah, a load of technology, just because it's much cheaper in England than it is here. Anyway, back to my point. I'm driving well. See, it's automatic because I'm focusing on talking, and I've got into first place with the power of my subconscious mind. Anyway, the electricity in England is 240 volts. The electricity in Colombia is 110 volts. So when I bought my Xbox over, I bought one of those step-up transformers from Amazon, bought that over too. And I've been using that, but it overheated and burnt the floor, which is one of the reasons why I'm buying a new floor. But it nearly burnt the apartment down, and my wife wasn't very happy. So it really stunk as well. It was like really electrical burning smell. Anyway, so since then, I've just been using the Xbox just with a normal Colombian adapter on Colombian electricity. It's been like this for, I don't know, a couple of months now, and it works fine. So if you want to go on holiday from England, slow down. Oh, I'm going to hit it. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Right, if you're in England and you've got an Xbox and you want to go on holiday and you want to take it with you and you're a bit worried that it's not going to work, don't worry about it, it does. It works with, you just get over to whatever country you're going to and then buy one of their plugs and it'll work. But it does overheat. Not very often, but it overheats sometimes. Stop sliding! It overheats more often than it used to when I had the step-up converter and also when I was in England. But, I mean, it's not that often, and I play a lot. You know, it doesn't, maybe a couple of times a week. So, there you go. That is what ruined my race earlier today, but I think I'm doing better on this one. I'm in 4th place, I'm about 40% in. Oh, I don't know actually. The beginning of this race I like. I'm good at this. I can sort of keep up with them. And then from about 50% up to about 80%, there's a section that I really struggle on, as you'll probably see in a little while. Oh, I thought I was going to miss that then. I hate missing checkpoints. I hate rewinding. I hate missing checkpoints. Don't hit the wall. Oh, don't change into first gear. What are you doing? Changed into first again. I need to focus. I've got a feeling I was telling you something and I stopped halfway through and then completely forgot what I was talking about. But never mind. Yeah, bring your hex box, your box for hexing people. Right, this is it. From this corner here, I hate this track. Well, it's not so much I hate it, I'm just not very good at it. So I tend to hit things a lot, and they seem to do everything really much faster than me. So if I go as fast as them, I'll just smack into walls. But, don't hit the wall. Ah! It's all going to go wrong. So yeah, from this point, I could be in first place. And between here and 80% of the track, I would lose it and I'd go all the way down to last. And then in the last 20%, I'll pull a little bit back. it's so frustrating. I need to practice this middle section a lot. Oh no. I tell you what, that wall there, you could take that at full speed in 6th gear and just hit the wall and let it send you round. I mean, I don't want to do that because that's cheating, said the person that cheats a lot. I've even got an account for it. But yeah, I don't want to do that because I want to just win on my own merit. But I think you could. Oh, don't pull me back, don't pull me back. Oh, fuck. Don't believe it. I'll tell you what, though, I took the corner really, really bad, didn't I? And a load of people got in front of me. So I'll restart from here and I'll get that corner back. I wonder what gear I'm in. I wish it told you stuff like that. Is it on my dash? No. Oh, God, don't look backwards. That is one of the problems with this layout. It looks behind you every time you press A, even if you're only pressing A to say, yes, I would like to continue from here on a rewind, which is absolutely stupid. Tomorrow, I don't think I'll have a chance to make any videos at all because the builders are coming to sort out the floor. And I'm going to be doing things because of that all day. In fact, I should get some work done, to be honest. I haven't done a great deal of work. I run a couple of online businesses, and I've been neglecting them quite a lot since I've been playing a lot of Forza. Oh, what? Oh, look, Game Hacks is 10th. Ha ha ha. I cannot drop into last place. Just one car behind me, but I really do hate this section of the track. GameX is in the Renault 5, not the Forza edition, just the normal one. So maybe she's been farming skill points on the beach. So that is the car of preference. She always drives that. Well, if she can. If she's in... Ah, shitty now. Ah, get out the wall! Good God. Okay, now I'm last. What did I say? I'll drop down from first to last on the middle section of the track, between 50% and about, oh God, and about 80, I absolutely hate, really hate. It's mostly on road as well, and it's got a lot of kind of pretty much 90-degree bends. I really struggle on that stuff. So I do need to practice the middle section of this track a lot. And hopefully, by the time I get to the end, I'll have caught them up. But as you can see, they're quite far ahead, so I don't fancy my chances. Come on. Oh dear. Give me it, give me it, give me it. Let me have that. I did touch it. Thank you. Okay, so the first 50% wasn't bad. Now it's all gone to shit. And it's from here, so from 83%. I quite like it from here. So this is where I usually get back. Oh dear. Yeah, it's the off-road stuff that I like. Maybe it's just this car. Maybe I can just drive better off-road in this car than I can on the actual road. Whee! Love it. Bollocks. That was shocking, wasn't it? Oh, I'm not last. There's someone behind me. They must have messed up. They must have crashed into something, because I wasn't I? I was definitely last. So maybe they went off the track. I like this bit. I like this bit a lot. I wish it was all like the beginning and this. I like this track a lot. It's quite long. We're on 10 minutes and about 15 seconds, so it takes a long time. Especially if you fuck up the middle bit like I do. We're near the end and they're really far away. I think, even with this, it's going to be enough to unlock the car. I'll tell you, this is embarrassing now. I'm tempted to just restart and start the video again and pretend this never happened. Yeah, normally, well, I haven't really been playing on Unbeatable, but what usually happens is I mess it up and then I pull it back at the end. So there we go, 11th place, absolutely shockingly bad. But I think that when I press this button, I'm going to get a car. I don't know what car it is yet, but I think it was blue. So, there goes. That's got to be enough. Got to be. Yay! So, unlocked the car by completing... Oh, it's a Renault A110. Let's jump in it and have a little bit of a drive. And have a look at the skill mastery, more importantly. Come on. I like it when you win a car. A new car to collect, yes, I know. Can I just jump in change car? Will that do it? It was a Renault. So, it wasn't that one. Wasn't that one. Wasn't that. I don't recognise that. But I haven't been looking at these. So it was this. It is beautiful. It's almost as old as me. Oh, actually, it's older than me. Yeah, definitely is. So let's get in this car and see what she's like. She's a beauty. This causes celebration. Actually, let's teleport to the thing and let's have a proper look at it. So let's go here. Let's pay 4,000 to teleport to something that I could teleport to for free. And it would have been quicker. I wouldn't have even had to go to it on the map. I just could have selected it in the pause menu. How ridiculous. And I would have been inside, in the right place. So I wasted 4,000 credits and a lot of time. So, Forza Vista, please. And let's explode. And let's zoom in and let's get rid of this UI thing. Right, and also, let's bring it back and just turn on the lights. Oh, so it's got the engine in the back, spare wheel and all that junk in the front. So it's going to drive like a Porsche. Someone did say on one of my videos that it's Porsche with an E, not Porsche. Everybody in England for always has just said Porsche. We know it's Porsche. And we also just say Nike, but we know it's Nike. We know it's Porsche, we know it's Nike. The only time people say Porsche in England, really, is, well, I'd say 95% of people say Porsche, but the only time that those people say Porsche is when they're quoting Porsche. There is no substitute. From, what's that from? I think it's from Tom Cruise in Risky Business, I think. If it's not, then it could be Matthew Broderick in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But I'm sticking with Tom Cruise in Risky Business. But you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. That is an awesome film. So is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But isn't that nice? Look at those bars. Oh, that's very sexy. I like those a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. It's a shame I'm not recording in 4K. It's very clean inside. Look at that weird carpet. I think that's a bit too clean. I'm not going to get in. I'm going to actually get in and drive it normally. So I like these hinges. They're very sexy. I like that as well. The metal writing along the front, the Alpine. That is a lovely car. Right, let's shut everything. Let's hide this. See, I told you it was blue. Right, let's have a look at the car mastery. So, garage, in here, and in here. Oh yeah, oh god, it's a really boring one. So, twice as fast, there isn't a 6 or even a 7 times multiplier. Oh, it's always a disappointment when it's a rubbish one of these. I mean, it's not even got a cheap wheel spin or any money. The other thing from my previous video, I said, let's get out of all this first of all. Let's go outside. This matches my jacket. That's very nice. When I was talking about the Porsche that I unlocked, so let's jump into, oh, it's a Hoonigan, isn't it? So I don't want to go to Porsche, I want to go to Hoonigan. I said RWB, and for some bizarre reason I kept calling it rear wheel drive, thinking RWD, without realising that RWB stands for this unpronounceable company, Rauwalt Begriff. I don't know who that is at all. I don't know how to pronounce that, but for most of the world I'm also pronouncing Porsche wrong, so I don't mind. But yeah, that's what that was, and a few people caught me up on the comments in that. So as you know, I am not a knowledgeable person when it comes to cars, but I do like it when people correct me and teach me things, so thank you very much. But I'll continue saying Porsche, just like all English people do. I don't know whether new generations of people are saying Porsche or not. If you go to a Porsche showroom, they say Porsche in English as well. And if you go and buy trainers, or sneakers, if you buy trainers from a sports shop, they call them Nike as well. They don't say Nike. In the Nike shop, they say Nike in England, not Nike. So yeah, in England, we know that almost everything we do is different to everybody else. We know that almost everything we do is wrong, but we're very stubborn, and we do like our way of doing things. I'll tell you, since I've moved from Colombia, there is so much stuff that is different, absolutely backwards. What is this car like anyway? So, it's a rear-wheel drive, it's a C-Class, it's not got many spectacular features, it just looks beautiful. So I'll see how it drives, and then there's a possible chance I might download a tune and use it in a more competitive way. Well, I'm not going to drive anything, I'm just going to drive it around. So I changed my view so that you can actually look at it. I've got to do it in here because I don't have a change view button. So let's go far chase. Now, someone did say about my control setup, someone said, if you go all the way to the end, there are ones you can customize. No, there's not. Not on Xbox anyway, possibly on PC. Someone also said that in Xbox, I can actually reconfigure the controller, which I know I can do that, but my problem isn't that I've got things in the wrong place. My problem is that I just do not have a button on this setup at all, which enables me to move my thing. What's it called? View button. Now, I could use a different one of these and reconfigure everything, like quite extreme, but then the controller would be an absolute bloody nightmare just for navigating menus and all that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just annoyed that on an Xbox we cannot choose a custom control setup, and I guess you guys can on the PC. So there we go. Never mind. I also found out today that my TV that I only recently bought, it's a 65-inch 4K TV with HDR. Bought it only for the Xbox, and I sit very close because it's huge. So yeah, that's the only reason I bought it, but I needed to get a new one because of buying the new Xbox One X. It doesn't support that new Dolby Vision thing. I didn't know anything about Dolby Vision, so when I bought this, I wasn't looking for a TV that supported Dolby Vision. So today, last night, whilst we were watching Netflix, I said to my wife, on the Xbox, they've released a new thing. It's got Dolby Vision now, so Netflix on the Xbox is going to look way better. And I put it on. It did look good because of the HDR10 and all that stuff, but when I went into my settings, it said my TV doesn't support Dolby Vision. I was like, oh, no. So it's given me an excuse to buy another one. And the wife was like, no, we're not buying another TV. So we do have a lot of very big TVs in the house now, and it's getting a little bit silly. So yeah, this one, I think 65 is as big as you really want to go. This room isn't very big, and I do sit very close to the TV. So it's bloody awesome for gaming. But I am gutted to discover it doesn't have Dolby Vision. But with the HDR and the 4K, it looks amazing. So I'm happy. Anyway, so now we're on the outside of the car. Oh God, I can't move the view around it because that's my change gears stick. All I can do is this, and this. So let's just jump back into my settings once more. Sorry about all this. And I'm just going to change this to default number 1. There we go. And now I can do this. I do miss doing this. Isn't it beautiful? I like this car. Yeah, I do like those little bars on the back. I have no idea why they're there. Anyway, let's go for a drive. What's my gear change button? What's down? Okay, that one and that one. Okay, we're good. Oh, I hate this view. This is a horrible view. Oh, I need to go back inside. Whee! Don't hit the tree in your new car. Hey, you know what I realised today? I have damage switched off completely because I don't like it when the car gets damaged and they look a bit shitty, especially if I'm driving a nice car, especially if I'm driving like an old car, which is the reason I turned it off. But what I realised today is if you go into photo mode, there's the option to restore your car. And then when you come out of photo mode, your car is restored. So yeah, I like that because I kind of like the realism of damage. I like it when I hit something and just having a quick look at what damage I've done, but then that makes me cringe. And if the car's really beautiful, I really don't like it. So the fact that I can just very quickly fix it without having to go home, I like that. Oh, that's normally my handbrake button. I was going to try and slide around that corner, but that's now my change view button. I've got to go back to my normal settings. I can't do anything with these ones. Okay, let's have a crack at this. So what's gear change on this? So shift up, what's shift down? Ooh, so flappy paddles. Well, let's have a crack on this one, see what it's like. I've been saying for ages that I'm going to do this. I'm not sure if I pressed OK or it's not changing gear. Oh yes it is. So accelerate is the right stick pushed up. Oh my god, this is so weird. Oh, I can't do it. I've got to put it in automatic. Settings, difficulty, shifting. Right, I'll put it in automatic because then I haven't got to think about gears. So gears at the same time as using a stick for accelerate and brake is just too difficult. Oh my god, this is so weird. Go on. Oh yeah. This is so difficult. You've got to try this. Try setting number 12. What was that, about 1 mile an hour? Oh, this is so weird. It really is weird. Well, I should have gone around there so that I could have used the brakes. Right, to accelerate, I push up on the right stick. God, I had to think then. My brain went for a minute. And to decelerate, I push down on the right stick. Oh, this is useless because I don't know what button my handbrake is. Is it that one? That one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay, so handbrake is right trigger. Okay, pirouette is right trigger. I want to go back down there. Oh, it feels so weird not using gears now that I'm used to them. So handbrake. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my God, this is really tricky. I'm not even sure if I'd like this after I've got used to it, but at the moment it's so bloody tricky. I'll tell you what, let's put telemetry on. Oh shit, that's the radio. Oh, we'll turn that off. What's telemetry? Is it this one? Where the bloody hell's telemetry gone? Right, I've turned oh yeah, I'm on a different setting, aren't I? I don't know what button does telemetry now. Let's just try some of them. Right, that does the map. So let's do, that looks, that rewinds. That looks. So there isn't a telemetry button. What's that do? That doesn't do anything. God, loads of buttons do nothing at all. Oh, I haven't done the speed traps. Oh my God, I haven't done the speed traps. Let's have a look at the map. Speed traps. God, I don't think I've even thought about them. I haven't even unlocked them all. There's loads of them I haven't touched. I've got to do those. So I've done speed zones. I've got 3 stars on all of those. Now, speed zones. Oh, for God's sake. I did all of these, and that's how I got the Atom. But I got the Atom for getting to about level, I don't know, 15 or something, maybe less, maybe 10. But I persevered and got 3 stars on all of these, and it didn't do sodding anything. I was going to make a video to show you what it unlocked, but it did nothing. But in my stats, I am, let's go in, oh, for fuck's sake. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go in here. Right, in here, on speed zones, I'm only level 15. So I want to get this up to 20 and see what that does. So I've just got I'm 20 on road race, 20 on street, 20 on, oh no, dirt racing I'm 16, so I've just got that car. So I need to do the gauntlet several more times to get this up to 20 and hopefully a little bit more successfully than the one you just watched. Cross country I'm only on 16. I don't really like them very much, to be honest. So nothing in here. This painter one, I've painted loads of cars on Forza Motorsport from 5 onwards. I started painting them. I've painted a lot, so I'm going to import them and share them, and then hopefully that'll go up. Not much on here. Someone asked me on the comments what level I am on Car Collector, so there you go, I'm on 36. What else do we have? Skills, I'm on 20, because I did a lot of skill farming. Mixer, I only started using Mixer yesterday, and I was just broadcasting absolute nonsense, just left it on, because I noticed this, and I thought, well, I might as well get something out of it. World's fastest, I need to work on that. I've got 3 stars on the one, the Vulcan. That's stupid easy to get 3 stars, and I think I've got over 1 or 2 on the others. I was kind of hoping I could just keep doing the Vulcan over and over again to level this up, so I got more money each time I logged in, but unfortunately it doesn't work like that, so that's a shame. I haven't really done the others. I can't stand this one. That girl just annoys me. It's like she's all nostalgic about the 1980s. Like she's talking about Outrun and various other things from the 80s and all that stuff. And she's like about 19 years old. It's like so stupid, really stupid. Right? It just annoys me. Everything that she says annoys me. So yeah, I've not really done much on them because the girl's just so annoying. And it's not, I mean, she talks as though like she used to play Outrun in arcades. I used to play Outrun in arcades. It was awesome. So in the old Testarossa Ferrari, yeah, she goes on about that as though it's, you know, reminds her of her childhood. I'm thinking, no, that's not your childhood. Your childhood was just a few years ago. It's like you are a child. It's just, what are you talking about? But yeah, it just annoys me. It's so stupid. But these ones, I haven't even looked at them yet. I don't know, I should do. I should have a little look at these. A couple of people have messaged me saying, do you want to do an adventure? But I haven't even looked at them. I've got a feeling they're going to be really crap. So I'm just leaving them till last. Once I've exhausted everything else, I'll leave them. So a few people have asked me about my stats. So there they are. Have we got like a more stats area? We have, haven't we? I don't know where it is though. Welcome settings, drone, blah, blah, blah. Is it in here? Settings. HUD, gameplay, blah, control, difficulty. Is there anything in here, or is this just name? Oh, it's just name. Controller. What's that lead to? Oh, that, of course. Okay, some things, I mean, look, that's here, and it's also here. How pointless. I always forget that the big one's a button. I always go into a menu, then move off to something, and just forget that that is clickable. Where else? I bet this is so frustrating for you guys to watch. I am an absolute, completely useless with this menu. Horizon Life, what's in here? My wheel spins, message center, blah, blah, blah. Stats, there we go, it's probably in there. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's see how we're doing. Time driven, oh my God, I hope my wife never looks at this. This tells you how many hours I've spent playing this game, and it's going to be a lot. So, number of victories, only 52 out of 137 races. Cars in garage, 440. My garage is worth 134 million credits. Woohoo! Nearly 3 hours spent in first place. I've won 87 million. My garage parts are worth 1.5 million. My favourite car is the 5 Turbo, the Renault, probably true. Well, it's not my favourite, I just use it for collecting skill points. Most valuable car is the Ford GT40. Well, that's 10 million, so are lots of the other ones. Although I don't think I've got that many in this account. My most successful car is a Volkswagen Class 5 Bug. Right, I drove that for the first day or two doing some dirt racing, and I haven't touched it since. Although, to be honest, that's when I had my settings really, really low, so I was just coming first by miles, so that's probably why. Times using Anna, 10. Using Anna, like she's some kind of whore. Well, I've used Anna 10 times. I used her once to make me a sandwich. That's just stupid. That is not my favourite radio station at all, you lie. Highest number of collisions, 131 collisions. Clean laps, 49. That's slightly encouraging. Right, 000. Blah, blah, blah. Photos taken, none. Rivals booting. Oh, I've only done 3 rivals. I should do a few more of those. That's not very good, is it? So, Horizon Life. Time spent in Horizon Life. A lot. Oh, my God. Number of hours not spent working on your business. 53 hours, 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Number of hours spent just fucking around on the Xbox. 53 hours. Oh, what else do we have in here? Anything interesting? Street scene events ones, 21. I hate the street scenes. Time spent in street scenes, 6 hours of your life and 18 minutes and 38 seconds that you're never going to get back. Never. Never get those 6 hours, 18 minutes and 38 seconds back from that horrible, horrible street scene. A lot of zeros there. I've never been infected. That's a good sign. Sounds like an STD. So, time spent as king. I have never been a king. That's a shame, isn't it? Never been a king. I did buy an ex-girlfriend a ladyship title. So, with that, I was a lord. But I paid for it, so it doesn't really count. It was just a novelty birthday present for someone that had everything. Unranked, 000, so none of that. Highest skill score, 3,510,558. That's my highest skill chain. Ooh, car perks earned, 555. That's really pleasing, and especially being as I've had 55 ultimate drift skills. So yeah, I do like patterns in numbers. I am slightly autistic when it comes to number patterns. Highest skill car was the Renault Turbo, no surprise there. Nothing else really interesting in here. Ultimate. Total skills, 3,500. J turns 10, blah, 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 blah. Discovery. All the barn finds. I've got to get those fast track boards. I was trying to get that one on top of the church the other day, and I kept landing on top of the church, but not next to the bloody board. I just kept landing next to it, and then I couldn't drive over to it. I just kept falling off. But I was using the Morgan on with a tuning on it, which was an S2, so it drives so fast it's ridiculous, and the car weighs nothing, so it just flies through the air. I mean, it looks like an aeroplane anyway, where the wings have dropped off, so it was a lot of fun, but I didn't manage to get it. And I haven't unlocked anymore. Every time I see one, I do go and get it. I'm not sure if I've got the one that is halfway down that mountain either. I did go for it, and I fell off the mountain in the wrong place. I think I've got about 30, so I need to work on that. So let's have a look. Longest drift, 11,216.2 feet. I think that has to be a world record. 11,000 feet, longest drift. What was that? All the way around Scotland. That's just absolutely ridiculous. So that must have been when I was doing my skill chains and I was just drifting in a circle, drifting some more, and getting 3.5 million skill chain. That's just insane. What else is in here? Telemetry. That's absolutely pointless information if it's just, what's the point of this? It's like, it would be all right if it told you per car, but not when it's just, everything. My average lateral G is 0.2. Average braking G's, 0. Average acceleration G-force, 0. I don't think this is correct. That's just so stupid. The telemetry is stupid. Really stupid. 41 hours. That's slightly embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't have showed you that. That's just very slightly embarrassing. And I've got 2 accounts. Bear in mind that I've got a lot of hours in the other one as well. So there's my stats for anybody who was interested. I know a few people have been asking me a few questions about various things that are in there, so now you've got all the answers and I don't have to reply to your comments. I'm thinking of doing another one of those comments on comments videos. I'm getting quite a lot of comments now though, so it'd take ages. And the last one was like 2.5 hours. It was absolutely ridiculous. Let me show you what I got in a spin. I got to California in a spin. It's worth like, I don't know, 8 million, 10 million, something like that. Where's Ferrari? There you are. Ah, where is it? The California, where are you? There it is. I got this, 8 million in a spin. It's so nice, really nice. And what did I get that for? I got that for something as well, can't remember. And I also unlocked this. The reason this has got a heart next to it is because it has a 7 times skill chain, and it also has the 3 times multiplier, and so has the Dino. So if I just kind of whiz through these very quickly, if you see any with hearts on them, that's what they have. Now, you don't have to take note. The only reason I've hearted all, I'll tell you what would be easier is if I do this. So yeah, all of these cars have a 7 times multiplier or something that I want to show you. So these are all waiting for a video that is to be made soon, but I haven't checked all the cars yet, so I do need to just make sure there are no more. But yeah, all of these ones are going to be brilliant for collecting skill points. But I mean, they're not all Forza editions, so they don't have bonuses. But for me, it's still this one. This one's still the best for skill points because it's got the skills boost. But for most people, they're going for the BMW. Where is it? This one, because it's got a drift boost, and they're drifting up and down in the airport over here. What most people do is drift up and down there. So I do that sometimes, and what I also do is drive up and down the beach. So sometimes I drive up and down here, sometimes I bounce around on these sand dunes, and sometimes I drive up and down there. It's like farming skill points is a grind, and it gets boring. Oh, sometimes as well, I drive around in the wind farm area. So is that here or here? Or at the entire section, where all this heather is anyway. Looks very nice in the spring. So sometimes I drive around that bit. You just bounce around a lot and you don't really lose your skill chain. So it goes up quite quickly. So it just depends how bored you get at the other areas. So there we go, guys. That was unlocking that beautiful little car. We had a look at the perks, didn't we? They were terrible. Such a shame when you unlock a nice car and it's got shitty perks. So there we go. That's the best one in there, and that could be a ×3. So the Renault A110, a very, very attractive car, not particularly great to drive, what, oh God, what's this? What's going on? What am I on? I'm on something horrible. I need to get back to what I'm used to. Oh yes, it was that one, wasn't it? There we go, back to normality. Oh, this does feel good. If you haven't tried this one, do try it. Feels really good. Those gear changes on that stick. I've only got 4 gears, haven't I? Yeah, oh, that's a bit rubbish. So borrow some from that car that had about 1,000. And someone commented saying some cars got 10. 10? What the fuck? That's just insane. It's just, whee! Oh, hang on. I've gone up into 5th. Now I've got 5, and now I can't change down. Why isn't my gear change working? Something weird's happening. I'm on 11. Haven't got any of these changed or any nonsense going on. What's TTS? Somebody tell me. I don't know what it is, but you can toggle it. So I put it on here and then I pressed it and nothing happens. So what is it? Is it TeamSpeak? Toggle, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I've got loads of buttons that do absolutely nothing. I can't change gear. Oh, for fuck's sake. I changed my settings, didn't I? Oh, how stupid. Difficulty settings. There we go. I thought something was broken. You know what I thought was happening then? No, that's backwards. I thought that my account had been penalised for cheating. Years and years ago, on, was it the Nintendo something? that GameCube thing, was it that? Something like that, with GoldenEye on it. A lot of people were getting it for free somehow. I think it was that game. It could have been something completely different. So they were getting this game for free, and the makers of the game weren't very happy about this. So rather than blocking the people completely, what they did is they allowed them to play, and once they played for a few hours, the aim on the game, it was like a first-person shooter, and the aiming on the game started to go off, and it went off more and more and more over time until it was pretty much unplayable. But they allowed the people that had cheated to kind of get hooked on the game and get quite far into it first. So yeah, that is how, and then they gave the people the option then to actually pay for the game that they'd stolen. So I thought that was such a good idea of a way to penalise people that had been, illegally downloading it and using it that way. That's so clever. So when that just happened with the gears then, I completely forgot that I'd set it to manual, and I was thinking, oh God, have they disabled my ability to change gear? What's going on? So am I going to have to, pay some sort of forfeit to get back in? Whee! It's a squealer, this one. Got a skill point. How many have I got? Let's have a look. 94. I unlocked the Cigaris, I think, the TVR thing, yesterday. It cost 99 skill points just to unlock the car, and then you had to spend a load of skill points getting there. So expensive. But I think I've got all of the unlock cars now, like the gift cars that are usually up in the top corner, up above this one. So I am going to be making a video telling you which those cars are, which ones you need to get to unlock them, what cars you get when you unlock them, and I'll also show you the actual car, the spec of the car, the skill set that's in the car, just so you can decide for yourself whether you think it really is worth unlocking, because some of them are very expensive on skill points. So I'll be making a video showing you all of those. So you've got those coming, and also because I purchased the DLC for the James Bond cars, I'm going to show you all of the James Bond cars. In fact, I'll do that one next. I'll show you all the James Bond's cars, I'll show you the skill sets, how they drive, all of that kind of stuff, so you can decide if you think it's worthwhile getting them. A few of them do something special when you're in Forza Vista, when you're looking at them. But those special things don't carry over to driving them. And I can't remember which one it is. It might be the old Aston. Oh, I can't remember. I think so. I think the old Aston, it's the one that gets the skis come out of it and stuff like that. That happens, but that doesn't happen while you're driving it or anything like that. And a couple of them have like guns come out of them and like a what I assume is a bulletproof thing to protect you from being shot, comes up your back window, things like that. So they look really, really cool when you're in your garage. It's pretty bloody awesome. But those, I really wish that those abilities would do something in-game. I'd love to drive full speed at the lake in winter when it's frozen and then just get my skis out and just slide across it. That would be awesome. But unfortunately, you can't do that. And the Lamborghini, that doesn't drive underwater. It's the first thing I tried when I got the DLC is driving the Countach. It is, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Countach. It might be Countach. Countach sounds like a pubic hair region on a lady. But I think that's how it's pronounced. But someone correct me. Phonetically spell Countach or Countach or however it's spelled on the comments for me, please. But yeah, that car on the James Bond film, it has those little fins that come out of it. I had one of those as a kid, like as a little Matchbox toy, and you pressed a button on the bottom and the little things flipped out the side. So I was really hoping that you could go underwater in that and drive around in the lake. I wasn't expecting to be able to drive around in the sea, but I at least expected to be able to do something in the lake, or the loch, as we're in Scotland. But no, unfortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, first thing I checked. So I'll show you all of the James Bond cars, and then you can decide if you haven't already purchased them, whether it's worth a purchase. So I enjoy them. I haven't really driven them very much, but I do enjoy them. So that's the videos that I have planned. If you've got anything else that you want to see, then let me know, and I'll make a video about it. So there we go. That's all from me. You take care. Have an awesome day. And I really do apologise about my shockingly poor driving on the Gauntlet. It's a lovely race, but I only like the beginning half and then the end bit. From 50 to 84%, I just can't stand. It's horrible. It's just not nice, and I wish that bit wasn't there. but I'm going to persevere with it because I like the beginning and end so much. I'm going to practice the middle bit until I can win the entire race on Unbeatable. Because I tell you, I mean, you were watching. If it was just the beginning and the end, I think I would have won, you know? If we hadn't got that bit in the middle, I think I would have had that. And I'm on Unbeatable. So that's pretty good. Excuse me for burping. I've been drinking loads of this Coke today. And eating lots of pizza. So there we go. That's all from me, you guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave comments, anything you like. If you notice something I've said or done wrong, leave comments and correct me. Because I like it. It's useful. It's very helpful. I said so many wrong things in that previous video about the Porsche. I'm amazed that you didn't just get loads and loads of thumbs down and a load of people leaving my channel saying, Jesus, this guy knows fuck all about cars. But yeah, you are quite a nice bunch of subscribers, and it's very supportive when you give me tips on my driving and advice, and you correct me on things that I say that are utter nonsense. Someone did go, get your fucking facts straight. I don't care if my facts are not straight. What was that about? Oh yeah, I was talking about the atom. Someone said, you're getting a bit carried away. It's only a game. You can't feel the G-force when you accelerate like whiplash. And obviously they paid no attention to my video because I've driven the atom in real life, and that's what I was talking about. And you do feel it like whiplash when you put your foot down. So that's what I was referring to. And someone else said, I was talking about the little tiny windscreen that's only on the V8. It's not on the original Atom. Now, I forgot that. I drove the Atom when it very first came out. I did a track day in it. And, I mean, all I remember is there was a lot of wind in my face. I couldn't speak. It was insane. So I said, this windscreen does nothing. It's like everything hits your face at full speed. And someone said, Clarkson drove the original Atom, not the V8. The original Atom doesn't have this little windscreen. They only put it on the V8 version. Get your fucking facts straight. I was thinking, God, you aggressive little shit. But yeah, it was a long time ago, and I just remembered a lot of wind in my face. And I've played using the Atom on a lot of games, and it's always the V8, always. So yeah, I do love the Atom. But I haven't driven the V8 version. I've only driven the normal one. Yeah, I love it. I've been fiddling around with the Atom on this, trying to get a good tune, but I have no idea what I'm doing. But I think what I might do is have a look on YouTube for some videos that teach you how to tune cars, and then just learn how to do it, just get into it, and kind of just take it one step at a time and learn that side of things. Because I would like to tune a car and the tune to be so successful that I can beat other people. That would be pretty awesome. That would be very satisfying. So I think I'm going to look into that and start educating myself a little bit more about what you need to fiddle with and what will happen. Because I mean, I've looked at it, I've tried things, but there's a lot of stuff in there. And it feels like, you know, if I change this, I've got to change that because I've changed this, but does this make it better or worse? Does this make it better, but only if I change that thing as well? It's like, you don't know. So I need to kind of educate myself on that kind of stuff. Now, I never watch other people's YouTube videos at all. I did mention one guy's that I watched, and the only reason I watched it is because a load of people were leaving comments saying, hey, why don't you do the wheel spin glitch? So I looked for the wheel spin glitch, and I found a video on it. But aside of that, I just don't watch other people's videos. I stumble into stuff myself, and then I tell you guys about it. Or you tell me something, and then I check it out, and then I tell the rest of my subscribers about it. And I kind of like it like that, to be honest. But I do think I'm going to have a search for some videos that are going to teach me how to tune cars. And also, I might, at some time in the future, when I'm a good driver and I can win consistently on Unbeatable, I might create a series of videos to help people that are currently in the same situation that I am in now to become better drivers. And if I ever do that, then I will most certainly be crediting all the people that have left comments helping my driving. Okay, so I'd be standing on your shoulders and passing on your wisdom and promoting your channels at the same time. But that I might do that at some time in the future if I get to a position where I think I'm good enough. So there we go. In the tradition of talking on for another half an hour after I've said that's all from me, guys, I've just spoken for another who knows how long. So now it's time to go. Take care. Have an awesome evening. I'm going to go and eat the rest of my pizza and drink the rest of the bottle of Coke that's sitting downstairs in the fridge, nice and cold. and I'll see all you guys soon. The next video is going to be the James Bond one, so you know what's coming. If you want to see anything in particular, let me know. Bye bye, have a nice day.